Go.
How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for
Glad
giving
to
us
be
your
here.
time.
Glad to be here.
Ron Stallworth.
Yes.
I'm amazed that the story hasn't had more publicity. It's such an amazing story. It took this film to sort of bring it out.
Well, the pitch was 6 words. Black man infiltrates Ku Klux Klan. You can't get more high concept Hollywood than that. 6 words. At first I didn't think it was true. He said, there's a book. And the rest is history, as one might say.
Obviously, you draw parallels to the period then and where the US is now.
Right. But you know what? I would say where the world is now, because I think it would be a mistake to think that this rise to the right is just happening in the United States of America and this guy in the White House. This is, what's Brexit?
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff is all that in Penn in France it's a worldwide phenomenon, the rise and the right, and it's built under the guise of we must stop the immigrants. The immigrants are the reason why for everything. If your life is not the way you want it to be, blame them. And that's old. That hate tactic is old.
Why do you think that's happened? Because the world is in a very strange place. Everybody agrees the world is in a strange place. Nobody thinks Trump is a kind of an ordinary president. What has happened? Why has that caught on? What's your diagnosis?
I think that, again, this is my opinion, I just think that anytime something's going wrong, as human nature, we need a scapegoat.
There are those who've been saying that we're living in an era of identity politics.
Right.
Everybody's thinking in group terms. Black Lives Matter, we must protect this group or we must protect that group. Not just people of color,
but I wouldn't
but is
say
that true? Is that an era?
Black lives only came about because African Americans were alarmed at the number of black and brown people who were being killed by the police. That didn't come out of anywhere. That came out
of a real thing.
Out of a real thing.
Yeah. But I just wondered, because there are people who say everybody's wearing glasses that are looking at the types and the groups, that it's become overly divisive in the end. And what it's done is it's provoked a kind of Trumpian backlash in the US, and the white men say, hang on, we don't feel privileged either. Why what about us? You know, what?
Well,
and I
here's
wonder
the thing,
whether that analysis is something you share.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with that, because the one premise that I don't think that's debatable is white supremacy. That's a fact. The United States of America, its world power was based upon the genocide of Native Americans, where the land was taken, and then black folks, my ancestors, were worked to death to work the land. So that's the start.
Right, and of course your film starts from there, because you have references to some old movies, not just Gone with the Wind, but Birth of a Nation.
Yes, but also films that are considered some of the greatest cinematic masterpieces ever, which dehumanize black people. That film was screened in the White House.
And you play a little bit of it at the beginning of BlacKKklansman. It does, I don't know, wittingly or unwittingly, you make the point of just how far the US has come, doesn't it? I mean, you know, no American president would watch a film like that now. I mean, things really have changed. Or is your point
that this guy would. Now, and again, this is all love, but he wouldn't do it in public. But I would say his thinking, his actions is in line with that. With the horrific event of Charlottesville, which to me was an example of homegrown American terrorism. He stepped before a mic to comment on Charlottesville and had an opportunity to denounce the Klan, an opportunity to denounce neo-Nazis, an opportunity to denounce alt-right, and he didn't do it. So, therefore, I don't find it impossible that he would like Birth of a Nation.
You may do the right thing. It's really almost 3 decades ago, almost 29
years.
That was a wonderful film depicting a hot day. And
the hottest day of the summer.
The tempers rise and there's a racially charged incident. Are you a more optimistic
About what?
then, or just take me back over the 3 decades since?
Well, at one point, I never thought there would ever be a black president. And it happened. But I look back now, I think that a lot of us got caught up in the euphoria of having a black president and thinking that, you know, he was going to be there forever. And not coming to terms like, look, you know what? 2 terms.
Right.
What's going to happen when he leaves? All these bills and stuff that the President Obama pushed through, this guy's gotten rid of them. Obamacare, all the things like, Obama did this, Obama did this.
What should people who hate Trump, what should they do? Because it's really
But it's not, I wouldn't even use the word hate. I would say that if you don't agree with his policies, if you don't think that he's the best thing for this country or the world, my first thing is we have to register to vote. If these last 18 months have not shown you how important it is to vote, I don't know what will. There's a midterm coming up in November, especially black folks. Black folks, get off your black ass and register to vote.
Can you tell us a bit about comedy? Because BlacKKklansman is funny.
Can we use the word humor instead of comedy?
Okay. The use of humor in the film.
There we go. Humor. I don't want anybody thinking that BlacKKklansman is a comedy. There's laughter, but it comes from humor and not somebody breaking their neck, slipping on a banana peel.
So tell us about that, because it's a very, very serious topic,
Right.
and it's not a laughing matter. But
some things you laugh at, and I think that in the history of storytelling, I think human beings have used humor dealing with very serious subject matter. Shakespeare did it. One of my favorite filmmakers, the great Stanley Kubrick, did it many times. I've done it. Do the Right Thing. There's humor. Malcolm X had humor. It's hard to do because you have to get, you're a tightrope 500 feet in the air. So you got to find the balance.
I mean, another area where you need to balance stuff up is in use of the N-word. It is pretty extensively used.
Right.
I know you've
well,
felt
I think the
very
Klan has used
ambivalent
that
about
word.
I
think the word nigger is part of the vernacular of the Ku Klux Klan, amongst other words too.
But did you ever worry that
For this film?
In popular culture, it gets normalized if it's used too frequently. It's a taboo word. I'm not going to say.
No,
You
yeah,
just
I
said
understand.
it.
That's come from a lot of that. That's come from rap music. I mean, that debate has been not new. I never had a quota. Like I only had so many times somebody saying N-word. It was, for me, it was appropriate to the scene.
Oh shit! Let me check it out. That's the hype.
Newest, latest. Let me tell you the story of right hand, left hand. It's a tale of good and evil. Hey, it was with this hand that Cain iced his brother. Love. These 5 fingers, they go straight to the soul of man.
Do the Right Thing didn't get the Oscar back in. In fact, Driving Miss Daisy got the Oscar.
We was
right?
robbed.
You were robbed.
Robbed.
You were robbed. And certainly
Highway robbery.
it's better remembered than Driving Miss Daisy. I think
no
we'll
one
agree.
is watching Driving Miss Daisy now. Best film in 1989. You know what that was? That was Poppycock.
No, it was a pleasant film to watch.
What's another one? Bullocks?
We put an O after the B, but
I know, but how do you pronounce it? Bullocks?
it's not really for us. It is not a word we would use on our program actually, but.
I'm talking the
bollocks. Okay,
That's it.
Right. Anyway, actually,
another one. Rubbish.
I enjoyed them both.
It was a complete
I
rubbish.
enjoyed them both. But Do the Right Thing, I think, is a more memorable contribution to cinematic history than Driving Miss Daisy. Have you come to peace with the Oscars? I mean, do you respect the Oscars? Do you recognise that they've made more effort to be open to diversity?
I'll have to give.
Yeah.
I mean, it really happened with Oscar, hashtag Oscars so white. They understood that America, the movie-going audience, is diverse, and unless the membership represented the diversity of the United States of America, there will be many more Driving Miss Daisies that would be rewarded as Best Picture or whatever. That was some bullshit, though.
You're a happy guy. Are you an optimistic guy? Do you feel the dark place that you think the world is in at the moment?
Do I feel it? Oh yeah, every day.
Do you feel we're going to get out of it, or do you feel it's going to get darker before it gets brighter?
We have to. We can't sit in our tushes. We got to register to vote and turn this around. I mean, I don't know how anyone can sleep at peace at night. This guy has nuclear code. This guy has the nuclear code. There's a rumor that they gave him the fake number.
Who should the Democrats put up against him?
I don't know.
Someone to appeal to Trump supporters, or someone to appeal to Spike Lee fans?
Don't put it on me. Please do not vote upon whether you like my films or not. Don't do that. I just think that, in all seriousness, no, because it's a serious subject matter. No, this is not. I mean, this is no joking matter. I hope that the Democrats come up with somebody that all righteous people with love in their heart, that we could form a coalition, black, white, brown, gay, straight, old, young, a coalition of people who have love in their heart and not hate, and just get this thing. I don't want to use that. Let's make. I gotta make America love again. Oh, you like that? Make America love again, and get away from make America hate.
Spike Lee, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Great.
It's fun.
Good
Thank you
fun.
very much.
Thank you very much.